Breaking news, Nigerians. Naira swap policy. Group asks Nigerians, Attorney General to sue Central Bank. Orders for disobedience to Supreme Court ruling. These people funny sha. E be like say they don't forget the country when dem dey. Who be Central Bank? So they think say the Central Bank governor is just acting on its own. He said it the other day. He said he has the backing of President Muhammadu Buhari. So anybody who is thinking that Emefiele is acting on his own, you have to wake up. This is not a matter of Emefiele. Nigerian government is doing what they are doing now. You are now asking Nigerian government to sue the Central Bank of Nigeria. Who is Central Bank of Nigeria? Who is Nigerian government? The truth is that, let me not just go there. I beg my people. Make we hit the news and get the full details. But before then, if you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. A civil organization under the umbrella of the Center for Social and Economic Rights has petitioned the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, over an action of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The group asked the Justice Minister to file a contempt of court suit against the Apis Bank and commercial banks for disobeying the Supreme Court ruling on the Naira swap deadline. The center in the petition, signed by its executive director, Nelson Eku-Jomi, described the CBN's insistence on the February 10th deadline for the Naira swap as a flagrant disobedience to a lawful court, under which amounts to contempt of court and an assault on Nigeria's democracy and constitution. The center noted that while the Supreme Court, in its ruling on Wednesday, February 8, 2023, directed all parts in the suit by the Zamfara, Kaduna and Kogi state governments to maintain the status quo and quash the deadline till the determination of the case, which was adjourned to February 15, 2023, the Apis Bank and commercial banks across the country disobeyed the court order. Sir, we were very glad to read in the media of your pledge as the nation's #1 law officer to abide by the ruling of the Supreme Court, even when you made it known that the federal government was going to approach the Appeals Court at the next adjourned date to seek an upturning of the order. However, sir, we were shocked when our attention was drawn to a memo dated 13th February 2023 from a commercial bank to its branches and other cash points affiliated to the bank, directing the non-acceptance of the old Naira note in utter contravention of the ruling of the Supreme Court, which subsists till the 15th of February 2023. Surprisingly, from reports monitored across the country, we can confidently report that most of the commercial banks in the country are refusing to accept the old Naira note as a medium of exchange in contravention of the law of our land. We also have it on good authority that the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, irresponsibly and in utter disregard for our democracy and constitution, passed the information to the commercial banks to disobey a subsisting court ruling which represent the law of the land that you swore on oath to uphold at all times. The Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, we don't want to bored you with the implications of the disregard to the laws of the land by this subversive action of the Central Bank of Nigeria and commercial banks. But we must warn that the assaults of our laws by the CBN and the commercial banks is invitation to anarchy, which is condemnable and must be addressed appropriately. Part of the petition read. The center asked Malami, as the chief law officer of the Federation, to file for competent or contempt of court against the CBN and its compliance before the Appeals Court for their flagrant disobedience of a lawful court orders. We are also demanding that you immediately rein in the CBN and its conspirator commercial banks to upturn their anti-democratic and unconstitutional action of rejecting the old Naira note in disobedience to the court ruling, pending the final determination of the court. As Democrats, one of the guiding and cherished principles of democracy is the respect for the rule of law, which this ruling symbolizes and must not be allowed to be trampled upon by any person, group, or institution. Sir, we would be able we shall be very glad to see you publicly address this assault on your constitution and democracy by the CBN and commercial banks who should not be allowed to toy with the destiny of over 200 million people for the reason other than our collective interest, it said. It seems these people have forgotten that Nigerian government do not obey court orders. Well, let's see how this goes. I'm dropping it here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.